practice. So, hey everybody, this is Jake and Mitch. We're gonna do a duet, right? So Mitch is a fantastical voice actor and an impressionist, and yeah. So hello. Is that Betsy? I don't remember the name of your channel, but I suspect that's Betsy.
Suspect.
Kimberly, what's going on? And then, okay, so did you get the links I sent you?
I did.
Very nice. Let's start with My Financial Career by Stephen Leacock.
Okay, and so just before we get into it, are you just wanting me to read the lines that have the quotation marks around them?
So I was thinking I will narrate.
Okay.
And everything with a okay, good deal. I knew I was 99% sure it was you, but I just want to make sure. Welcome, and I look forward to our talk here in a little bit with Blackie Bear and Champ. And hey, Blakeney, got a lot of the cool kids in here.
Yeah, we got all the cool guilders in here.
So I will read the narration, and then you read everything in quotations. So that's the main character, and then that's like the bank president, and then the teller, the bank teller. So I think there's like 3 characters. It's pretty short. And then when we're done with, it's not very long. I don't think it'll take 10 minutes to do. And then what we might do, there's another really short one, and then we'll swap. So you'll narrate and I'll be the characters.
Oh, I love that. Okay, so last question here. Right. So I got to read over them once before I got in here. So I'm coming into it pretty cold. So do you want these done as like impressions or just like any character? Okay, so that's what I was thinking, since we have some people that know your talents. All right, so talking to the audience here, this guy is going to a bank to take out, it's a funny story. You'll see as we get into it if you're not familiar. A guy's going to a bank to do a, what do you call it? Open an account.
Open a check. That's exactly what he's doing. I don't remember if it's savings or checking, but he's going to open an account. And he's a very antisocial, he's very awkward kind of a guy. I would assume he's quiet and quirky, probably talks in a variable speed sort of way. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. He's not a confident guy. Okay, so then you have the bank president, which he's the bank president. So, of course, he's going to be a confident fellow, but also probably in a hurry to move on to something bigger than opening an account. And then you have the teller who he deals with and who's sort of he's a reasonable guy, but kind of like, I don't believe this guy. He's sort of, there's a level of incredulity with him. Right. So if anybody has a casting idea, definitely, that Mitch can do, by all means. The bank president could be, Patrick Stewart. I don't know. It could be somebody cool. Right.
Where is your money?
Yeah. So if somebody has a suggestion, drop it in the little chat. And if not, it's really up to you. It's really up to you. So it would just know that the main character is an awkward guy. Okay. He's awkward. He's very unsure of himself. He doesn't really like social situations, etc. Right now, I don't know if I can project it on the screen or not. No, I don't. Well, try this. Nope. Oh, okay. Share screen. No, that's not going to work. Okay, we'll just read and that people can listen. Okay, so you got it pulled up, right?
Yep, I see we got one comment from Miss Kimberly Fisher, and she wants Trump. So we'll We'll put Trump in there.
How about he's the president? He's the president of the bank. He only has a couple lines. That would make sense. You know what I mean? He's sort of a busy guy. He's in finance. It's not a stretch.
Let's do it.
It appears that I have been abandoned.
Well, I own the show now. Okay, this is my show, you see? So, welcome. I get all the subscribers, all the followers. It's oh, never mind. I thought I got the show for a second. I said, this is my show now. I get all the subscribers, all the AdSense. It's mine. Okay.
So one time I was interviewing a lady that has a history podcast, and in her day job, she's an anchor, a news anchor, like a local news anchor in Florida. And that's exactly what happened. Like, I went off the air, and then she just was like, oh, my show. And like, just kept talking. And then, and then when I came back on, oh, here he is. So Jake, you were saying it was amazing. She was beautiful.
I saw that happen too with your interview you did with Chloe for like 10 minutes. And so she was like, let me just.
It happens all the time for various and sundry reasons. I'm a very technological dork, technologically, sort of Stone Age sort of a guy, but I don't let that stop me.
No, you can't. You can't do that.
All right. So here we go. I'm going to type this little. Here's what I was trying to do. My financial career by Stephen. All right, Stephen Leacock, for those wondering, is a Canadian Mark Twain. He was a Canadian funny guy, end of the 1900s, early 20th century. All right. So save. All right. And boom. Okay. Oh, that's okay. Good deal. That's Jessica, not Kimberly. I remember that from last time. Now that you mention it, good to see you, Jessica. All right.
I think we're gonna pull the old Indiana Jones hat so that we can get in character.
Oh, very nice. Very nice. Okay. All right. Here we go.
Oh, yeah. Here we go.
My Financial Career by Stephen Leacock. When I go into a bank, I get rattled. The clerks rattle me. The wickets rattle me. The sight of money rattles me. Everything rattles me. The moment I cross the threshold of a bank and attempt to transact business there, I become an irresponsible idiot. I knew this beforehand, but my salary had been raised to $50 a month, and I felt that the bank was the only place for it. So I shambled in and looked timidly round at the clerks. I had an idea that a person about to open an account must needs consult the manager. I think the manager is who Trump will be, rather than, I don't think it's president. It's like the highest ranking guy.
Ah, I see. Okay.
Yeah, so he'll be the Mr. Manager. I went up to a wicket marked accountant. The accountant was a tall, cool devil. The very sight of him rattled me. My voice was sepulchral.
Can I see the manager?
I said, and added solemnly,
Alone.
I don't know why I said,
Alone.
Certainly,
said the accountant, and fetched him. The manager was a grave, calm man. I held my $56 clutched in a crumpled ball in my pocket.
Excuse me. Are you the manager?
I said. God knows I didn't doubt it.
yes,
He said.
Can I see you?
I asked.
Alone.
I didn't want to say
Alone.
again, but without it, the thing seemed self-evident. The manager looked at me in some alarm. He felt that I had an awful secret to reveal.
Come in here,
He said, and led the way to a private room.
Sorry.
He turned the key in the lock.
We are totally safe from interruption here.
He said.
Sit down.
We both sat down and looked at each other. I found no voice to speak.
You're one of Biden's men, I presume.
He said. He had gathered from my mysterious manner that I was a detective. Pinkerton, by the way, was a forerunner of like the FBI. So he was a private investigator firm. So he thought like that this guy was like a detective. So that's what the joke was. The mysterious manner that I was a detective. I knew what he was thinking, and it made me worse.
No, not from Pinkerton's.
I said, seeming to imply that I came from a rival agency.
To tell the truth,
I went on, as if I had been prompted to lie about it.
I am not a detective at all. I have come to open an account. I intend to keep all my money in this bank.
The manager looked relieved, but still serious. He concluded now that I was a son of Baron Rothschild or a young Gould.
Oh, a large account, I suppose.
He said.
Fairly large.
I whispered.
I propose to deposit $56 now and $50 a month regularly.
The manager got up and opened the door. He called to the accountant.
Mr. Montgomery.
He said unkindly loud.
This wonderful gentleman is opening an account. He will deposit $56. Good morning.
I rose. A big iron door stood open at the side of the room.
Good morning,
I said, and stepped into the safe.
Come out,
said the manager coldly, and showed me the other way. and showed me the other way. I went up to the accountant's wicket and poked the ball of money at him with a quick, convulsive movement as if I were doing a conjuring trick. My face was ghastly pale.
Here,
I said.
Deposit it.
The tone of the words seemed to mean,
let us do this painful thing while the fit is on us.
To another clerk. He made me write the sum on a slip and sign my name in a book. I no longer knew what I was doing. The bank swam before my eyes.
Is it deposited?
I asked in a hollow, vibrating voice.
It is,
said the accountant.
Then I want to draw a check.
My idea was to draw out $6 of it for present use. Someone gave me a checkbook through a wicket, and someone else began telling me how to write it out. The people in the bank had the impression that I was an invalid millionaire. I wrote something on the check and thrust it at the clerk. He looked at it.
That? Are you drawing it all out again?
He asked in surprise. Then I realized that I had written 56 instead of 6. I was too far gone to reason now. I had a feeling that it was impossible to explain the thing. All the clerks had stopped writing to look at me. Reckless with misery, I made a plunge.
Yes, the whole thing. You withdraw your money from the bank? Every cent of it. You're not going to deposit any more, Mrs.
said the clerk, astonished.
Never.
An idiot hope struck me that they might think something had insulted me while I was writing the check and that I had changed my mind. I made a wretched attempt to look like a man with a fearfully quick temper. The clerk prepared to pay the money.
How do you have it, Mrs.?
He said.
What? Will you have it? Oh.
I caught his meaning and answered without even trying to think.
In 50s.
He gave me a $50 bill.
And the 6?
He asked dryly.
In 6s.
I said. He gave it me, and I rushed out. As the big door swung behind me, I caught the echo of a roar of laughter that went up to the ceiling of the bank. Since then, I bank no more. I keep my money in cash in my trousers pocket and my savings in silver dollars in a sock. Weekend. That's pretty good. That's a good story.
It is a grand story.
That's
Very
hilarious. That in any age, like that's just good, clean fun right there.
Mm-hmm.
Who among us hasn't been awkward at the bank with a pocket full of money? You know.
I mean, I'm awkward with money just in general, anywhere I go. I did actually, funny story. I did that yesterday. So I went into this. It was a Sunday, or no, this was the day before yesterday, I guess. It was Sunday, and I needed some miscellaneous object that I had run out of. And so I went with my cousin, and he knew this one store that would be open on a Sunday, but apparently it was owned by these like cultists.
Mm.
And so before we went in there, he said to me, he was like, okay, make sure you only pay in cash because you don't want them to get your card run through their systems. And I was like, okay. And so we go in there, I get what I'm at. The total was like $67. And so I thought I was paying in 20s. And so I thought I had counted 80, but I had only done 60. And so I pay for my thing. I hand him $60. And in my mind, I thought I handed him 80. And so then he looks at me and he goes, would you like to pay the remainder on the card? And so I instantly got terrified because like, oh no, they're asking for my card. And I was specifically instructed not to use my card. And then I was like, can you not just use the cash? And he was like, well, yes, but would you like to pay the rest with the card? And I was like, I was terrified. And then he was like, and there was like this really awkward long pause of silence. And then he just looked at me and he was like, you only gave me 60 at 67. And I was like, oh, well, yeah, let me just pull out another 10 here. So I thought that he was trying to get my card the whole time. I thought he was just trying to get my card information because I thought I'd already given him enough money. And so I was mortified, and he just was like, what is wrong with this guy?
That's funny. Okay, so this one, we'll do one more. We got a little time here.
All right.
Before Blackie Bear and Champ come on, Betsy. And let's see.
James Thurber.
Now, James Thurber is a very funny fellow. There's a humor prize named for him. I think he's a humorist, and Blakeney's loving it, so that's good. Blakeney, we'll have to do this sometime. Like we'll do a story sometime where it's like somebody else. So it'll be me and someone else. Maybe Mitch will jump in. Maybe Jeremy will jump in. Maybe Asaph. Maybe you. Maybe Jessica. You know what I mean? We'll do like a group read sometime. Okay, so this next one is a very funny story called "The Unicorn in the Garden" by James Thurber. And so for this one, last time I practiced my narration, so this time you can practice your narration, Mitch. And I will do my.
All right, and I shall. Tell me right now, is this too loud if I hold the mic?
No, that's fine. That's
okay.
Fine. Because I'm not in my studio because my camera wasn't working and some different things. So this isn't pristine audio quality or anything. We're just going as long as it's reasonable.
I think Sir David Attenborough will
be the narrator.
Narrate this story for us.
Okay, all right, that'll work. Winnie the Pooh. That's that would have been a good one for like the teller. How are you?
Winnie the Pooh. It seems as that Jessica wants to hear some Pooh Bear. No bother.
Okay. All right, focus. Here we
go.
The Unicorn in the Garden by James Thurber. Once upon a sunny morning, a man who sat in a breakfast nook looked up from his scrambled eggs to see a white unicorn with a gold horn quietly cropping the roses in the garden. The man went up to the bedroom where his wife was still asleep and woke her.
"There's a unicorn in the garden,"
he said.
eating roses.
She opened one unfriendly eye and looked at him.
The unicorn is a mythical beast,
She said, and turned her back on him. The man walked slowly downstairs and out into the garden. The unicorn was still there. He was now browsing among the tulips.
Here, unicorn.
Said the man, and pulled up a lily and gave it to him. The unicorn ate it gravely, with a high heart, because there was a unicorn in his garden. The man went upstairs and rose his wife again.
The unicorn,
he said,
ate a lily.
His wife sat up in bed and looked at him coldly.
You are a booby,
she said,
and I am going to have you put in the booby hatch.
The man who never liked the words booby and booby hatch, and who liked them even less on a shining morning when there was a unicorn in the garden, thought for a moment.
We'll see about that,
he said. He walked over to the door.
He has a golden horn in the middle of his forehead,
he told her. Then he went back to the garden to watch the unicorn. But the unicorn had gone away. The man sat down among the roses and went to sleep. As soon as the husband had gone out of the house, the wife got up and dressed as fast as she could. She was very excited, and there was a gloat in her eye. She telephoned the police, and she telephoned a psychiatrist. She told them to hurry to her house and bring a straitjacket. When the police and the psychiatrist arrived, they sat down in chairs and looked at her with great interest.
My husband,
she said,
saw a unicorn this morning.
The police looked at the psychiatrist, and the psychiatrist looked at the police.
He told me it ate a lily,
she said. The psychiatrist looked at the police, and the police looked at the psychiatrist.
He told me it had a golden horn in the middle of its forehead,
she said. At a solemn signal from the psychiatrist, the police leaped from their chairs and seized the wife. They had a hard time subduing her, for she put up a terrific struggle, but they finally subdued her. Just as they got her into the straitjacket, the husband came back into the house.
Did you tell your wife you saw a unicorn?
Asked the police.
Of course not,
said the husband.
The unicorn is a mythical beast. That's all I wanted to know,
said the psychiatrist.
Take her away. I'm sorry, sir, but your wife is as crazy as a jaybird.
So they took her away, cursing and screaming, and shut her up in an institution. The husband lived happily ever after. The moral of the story: don't count your boobies until they are hatched.
The 4-year-old in me really struggled there. I had to really be mature to read that.
That was funny. And for the sake of, innocent minds, booby means idiot in the context that it was used in. That's what it means. So, very funny story. And James Thurber has a lot of those kind of, I don't know, he's just a great writer, great silly guy, great funny guy, etc. So, yeah, that was a good, I thought that was a good sort of documentary feel to the whole thing.
Yes. If you ever want to hear David Attenborough giving his absolute best narration, simply watch him narrate on the, Earth? BBC Earth? Yeah. Just watch him do that and watch him talk about the, what is it called? The majestic bird or something like that. It's a bird in New Zealand, but it's
incredible. All the little ins and outs. No one could make birds doing a mating dance sound more interesting.
Betsy, do you have a puppet, a unicorn puppet? Because that would be a cool sort of, we could be like, basically do it like this. Well, let's see.
1080p. Oh, see, now I own the show again. It's my show. No one else has the show but me. It's my show, and it's better.
Anyway, there's several little things. A horse puppet with a little headband. That would be good enough for me. I don't know. That would be fun. Anyway, another time perhaps. But that's a funny idea. It's a good idea. But see how much fun this is? Like, this is amazing practice where you can swap out. You can say, look, here's me doing these characters. Here's you doing the narration, etc.
Mm-hmm.
It's great practice.
And it's a blast.
It's a blast. It's funny. And if you use sort of the classics like this, like classic literature, you learn a little something, and it's cool. And then people think you're cool.
And then they think you sound smart too because you're reading all this stuff written by excellent writers.
Excellent writers.
So by extension, you sound like a genius.
Exactly. And, like, you're setting yourself up for success when you're reading good writing. When you read bad writing, you set yourself up for failure, no matter how good of a narrator or voice actor you are.
Absolutely.
So, very nice, very nice. Well, that was two good stories. I thoroughly enjoyed that. So,
I did as well. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, and let's do. I really want to do the Ransom of Red Chief. If you want to, maybe next week or something like that.
Yeah, let's do it.
And that one's a little longer, but it's got. Oh, that one's one of the greatest stories in American sort of comedic folklore. That's one of the great short stories in American literature, in a comedic way. And if you any other people want to get in on something like this that are from the club, from the Shul Club, then let's do it. Asaph, Blakeney, Betsy, Mitch again later.
Michigan, that's my middle name. Michigan. Michigan North.
Exactly. Yeah. So very cool. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah. Thank you, Jake.
Absolutely.
Good to see you.
Thank you all for joining, and talk to you next time. So then I will cut this off.